Okay, so there's this Nigerian game I want to talk about, and it's called Kasala. Kasala is a fighting game that has different characters that are Nigerian and stuff, and body Nigeria, and the game is okay and fun and cool, and if you played other fighting genres like I don't know Mortal Kombat or Tekken or Street Fighter or something like, you would understand how the game works and everything. Like that's the main thing they all have in common, that it's a fighting game and everything. And I made a video talking about them in the description box below and even playing their game as well. Now, I've gone through the social media of the Tepida studios, they're the people who created Kasala and everything, and so far they're actually doing well. Like, I like their posts are not bad at all. But if I could advise them on what other things they should post apart from what they're posting already that's already good, this is exactly what I would tell them to do. And this especially has to do with getting people to be more interested in their game overall as a whole. So yeah, let's also talk about that too. Oh, and I'll be saving the best advice for last and everything, so you guys will understand and you will love this. The first other thing I'll say that they should do basically is, if now that maybe all the producers of the game, the team, everybody involved in the game, they come together in a podcast and just talk about the game and stuff. Now, here's the things like I said that they could possibly talk about. Now, as you can see right here, Kasala has a lot of different characters. Like, let me click on another person. You see, they have a lot of different characters here, like so many of them and stuff. Now, in that podcast type of thing, they can do something where they talk about the characters in the game. They'll be like, okay, how can this character relate in real life? Like, this is a character that he's like a tech boy and everything. They can be like, would they call him a Yahoo boy in real life? That type of thing, like in a unique and relatable type of way. And then there's this character right here who is a blind guy and everything. They can basically compare him to someone like Daredevil, because the guy uses a stick to fight and everything, like in the game. Like, it would actually be really cool. And then there's this character right here. I think she's a singer and she uses the microphone to fight and everything. I think it's her, if I'm correct or not, I don't know, but still. Basically, they could do something where they'll be like, oh, would she be able to sing with Ira Star, like Ira Star collaboration, or with Kid or David, or something like something that's relatable and cool in that type of way. They could upload everything to YouTube, but then all those parts I just talked about, they can clip them and post it on their social media in a cool type of way, and they can get views and everything because people love clipped videos and stuff. Another thing that they could also do as well, to do like a street interview thing, and then they'll go on, they'll be like, hey, do you know what Kasala right here is and stuff? And then they'll be like, oh no, I don't know what that game is and everything. They'll be like, okay, if you can beat me in this game, I'm gonna give you so money. Let download the game. And then from there they get that person to download the game, and then they do the multiplayer in the game and everything. And then they'll make it such a way that somebody will either win or lose, and then they give them the prize and everything in that type of way. One more thing they can also do as well is to do like this stuff that has to do with like the lore of the characters. Now, as I showed you earlier, every character in this game has lore and backstory and everything. They could do all those AI type of videos like Ray William Johnson and everything. Like, it must not show anybody's face, but it can narrate like the character, like things that the character went through in a real and cool type of way. Do you get what I mean? I'll talk about this character, blah blah blah, and then they can post on TikTok and everything in a cool and fun type of way that people will actually sit down and listen and stuff, in my opinion. And then some characters are like related and linked to each other in the game and stuff. They could do something now that they can link these people in such a way, like, I don't know, like to just expand the lore of the game in a cool type of way, in my opinion. Finally, this is the best advice that I'm saving for last, that I believe is going to amplify and catapult their game. The one thing that I believe that they should be doing is to leech off of other franchises. Now, in Nigeria, the one game that everybody loves playing is Mortal Kombat and stuff. So why don't we leech on those sets of gamers who love that game? Now, you might be asking, how is Kasala going to leech off of Mortal Kombat players? And oh my god, it's quite simple. Since the game is already a fighting game, all they just have to do is this. Let them create another character. Like, they can make a character that's designed to be a popular character from Mortal Kombat, like Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and so on. What will not happen is that they can show gameplay of their game being played and everything, and then while the gameplay footage is being shown and stuff, what will happen is that all of a sudden a Mortal Kombat character will come out of nowhere, and then they start fighting, and then the character can do all those fatality, all those things like that in a cool type of way. They can even do something where not that maybe they can remodel a stage to look like the Mortal Kombat stage and everything. From there, the character will be fighting there and everything in a cool type of way, and then people will be like, "Oh my god, Mortal Kombat!" Blah, 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 that type of thing, and then it's going to amplify the game in a unique type of way that people will love the content that they have available. Just imagine a character like this going against somebody like Raiden or Scorpion or Liu Kang or something. Like, you know how? Just see it. There's even this character that has like a hat and everything. She can fight somebody like Kung Lao or Kitana or something like in a cool type of way. Remember this character I said as a singer and everything in the game? She can fight somebody like Sindel in Mortal Kombat. Do you get what I mean? It's gonna make so much sense. Or imagine this guy fighting Kenshi, the blind guy fighting Kenshi. Like, doing this type of thing, I'm telling you, is going to amplify your game so much that you're going to attract Mortal Kombat players as well. And as a case study, this is one thing that the Garfield movie did. Like, remember that Garfield movie that came out recently? What they did was that, you know, they leashed off of other franchises, like wherever they would post their movie poster and everything, they would make it to be based on a different franchise and everything. And then this type of thing will attract the fans of that franchise into that movie. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, that is all for today's video. I hope that maybe Kasala might see this video. I don't know, but still, bye.